Hey y'all, Nate here, Nate's Classic Cars. Today I've got one of the rarest Shelbys ever built in front of me. This right here is a 1970 Shelby GT500 Super Cobra Jet convertible. Yes, you heard it. This is a Super Cobra Jet convertible. In 69 and 70, there was only 43 Super Cobra Jet convertibles built that were Shelbys, and this is one of them. This is the only one that is grabber green with a white top and white interior, and this one is one of the rarest because it received air, and we have documentation to prove that, and we'll show you that here in just a little bit. So like I said, this is a 1970. The easiest way to tell a 69 from a 70 is those two twin hood stripes. They were all painted black. They were done at the Carcraft plant, along with a few other deals that they changed at the Carcraft plant. FBI had to get involved and change the dash VIN tags, and they had to put the vinyl sticker on the doors with the VIN. They also changed them from automatic chokes to manual chokes. We'll show you that decal here in a little bit. To me, the 69 and 70 Shelby is probably the most underrated and undervalued Shelby in existence. I've been fortunate enough to own every year Shelby, a couple 65s, a couple 66s, plenty of 67s, 68s. But these right here to me are the most undervalued, just because of how unique they are. I don't think people kind of grasp that. So this is Ford's first car to ever have a complete fiberglass front end. So the fenders and the hood, all glass on these. You can see the beautiful NASA scoops. Unique front bumper, complete unique front end. This one in particular has a stunning grabber green paint job. Original white vinyl top on this one with the Corning glass. This car has all original car-like glass. On the rear, I think these have one of the best designs. So you got a fiberglass end cap, fiberglass deck lid, one of the coolest exhaust systems ever created with the center port. Not only does it look fantastic, but it sounds fantastic. As we take a stroll around, you can see just how nice this paint job is. So the 70 Shelby is also the only car to hit 3 plants. So this one actually started out at Ford Dearborn, then it went to the A.O. Schmidt plant, and then because the 70s had to be converted from 69s, they went to the Carcraft plant where the Boss 9s were built, and they were converted into 1970s, adding the hood stripes and a couple other features I told you about. So let's pop the hood on this one and talk about it a little bit. So as you can see, this is a very full engine bay. Easiest way to tell a Super Cobra Jet on these is that oil cooler right there. As you can see, this does have an ARA air unit. A lot of people say that was added air. This one has documentation to prove that Ford and Shelby actually wanted this one to be shipped to ARA Air to get the AC added, as this car was sold in Houston, so it needed it to be able to sell. As you can see, this one's fully detailed out. It was done here at Nate's Classic Cars. So it looks stunning. So the Super Cobra Jet engine, very unique. It's got a unique crank. It's got an externally balanced dampener, and everybody knows it by the oil cooler, but these also got 391 gears, Le Mans rods, unique pistons. So these are very unique engines. This one does have its complete numbers matching drivetrain. This has all its original body components. This car only has 28,000 miles, which I'll show you once we step in here to the interior. Like I said, very original car. So you get a complete original interior. Look how nice those white seats still are, as it should be with only 28,000 miles. Original lap belts. You can see the roll bar here, or like they would like to say, the styling bar, because it does give these a great style. As you can see, 28,000 miles on this one. Those are original. There's the choke decal that was added at the Carcraft plant, as they did change these to manual chokes. Now, this is probably the most unique part of this car. This was made specifically for this car. As you can see, it has Shelby on there. You can see where they had to add this AC to the dash. And you see how they had to bring the clock out to get those AC components behind the dash. And that is what makes this one of the rarest Shelbys ever built, right there. So just an absolute beautiful interior on this one. I'm gonna grab the keys out here and we'll pop the trunk and show you a little bit of that documentation. And yes, I'm using the original keys on this car that have been with it since day one. As you can see, absolute beautiful trunk. But here's that documentation. So this breaks down the car. This is a copy that we keep with the car. And as you can see, there's the ARA unit that was to be added to this. This is not the only Shelby to get it, but as you can see, it's the only SCJ to get it. And that is another piece of documentation from Shelby. So as you can see up here, Shelby Automotive Company. This is its original convertible boot with its original convertible boot bag. Very hard to find. So as you can see, this one is this one has it all. This right here is one of the top dogs in the 1970 muscle car world, in my opinion. And I tell you what, we're gonna get in it. I'm gonna fire it up, let you guys hear that center exhaust port, and let you guys hear that 428 Super Cobra Jet run a little bit. So here we go, we fired up the 428 SCJ matching numbers engine here. As you can see, this one's got all its original smog still hooked up, AC hooked up and still running, original fan shroud. This thing runs like a top. And this one still has its original shocks, front and rears. This one's got it all. Let's go to the back, let you guys hear the exhaust from this center port. Really sounds pretty good, especially when we get on it. I'm rolling solo today, so we just gotta hear it idle. All right, we'll get in this one, take it for a spin. I'm rolling solo today, so this will be our view on the drive. So we're in the Super Cobra Jet Shelby convertible with air. As I'm looking at out the windshield here, I noticed I forgot to mention something earlier. We spoke a little bit about the originality of this one, but this one still has its original ANCO OE wiper blades, as you can see there. And this one does have its original headlights yet. So this is a super original car. As you can see, the Super Cobra Jet engine, it'll get up and go. But if we had the top down, it'd be a hell of a day to cruise. These are one of the best cruising Shelbys, especially with that top down. Take a little stroll around the interior here. You can see that Shelby air unit. The twin black stripes that the 70 Shelby's got at the Carcraft plant out the hood. As you can see, this one here is the ultimate cruising car.